Well, the season just started, GA. We have a few big storylines already.
Yeah, it doesn't take long in this league. The intense media scrutiny, social media, news travels fast.
Let's go to the sideline for a report on MP's historic night.
Well, he had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in the game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
It was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you. Well, MP has made it a point to become the best player in his conference. And he's let everyone know about it, too. He wants in that game badly.
You love the gamesmanship. MP putting it out there. I mean, we've all heard the big statements in the past, and MP going after this is only natural, but it is hard to back up. And so far, he's done it. The question for the future, how nasty will it get as he continues to face teams and players who want nothing more than to shut MP down?
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Riza-Shea. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Young in at the point. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Hawks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Young for three, hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, he needed that bucket to show there isn't a lid on there.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. You see an uptick here, but still in the bottom half of the league.
And I think the Nets, they've got the best record in the conference. No surprise they're making a big push in the power rankings. They're looking very much like a title contender.
Here's Daniels. Porzingis sets the pick for Daniels. The kick out to Young. That three off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the middle. Pulls it up. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Riza-Shea finds Daniels. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Clock at 4. And here's Johnson outside. Nets leading by 8. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over it.
Young, no good.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Johnson outside. Porter kicks to MP. Wolf passes to Claxton. Here's Wolf over Johnson. Wolf, no good. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Young for three. Atlanta again missing. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Got that one up quick.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Now here's Johnson. Still without a basket.
And it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Pass to Porter. Here's Wolf. MP outside. Lets it go with the three. Hits the three-point bomb. MP's got 14 points.
MP looking solid from there.
And here's Young from the arc. He can't get it to go. And so it's Brooklyn with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, teams changing it up here. The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the night here. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Williams is out there with MP. And it's Wolf in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
The Hawks trail by 18. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
And you knew Young was waiting for that opportunity. He had the response for that 3.
Pass to Clowney. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before, for sure. Let's throw it over to Allie, who has a report on MP.
We have a little extra bulletin board material for this one. MP took to social media to make some guarantees about the night he was going to have. There's been no official response, but I know it didn't sit well with the opposing locker room, so we'll have to see if MP can back up his predictions.
He had some strong ones, and if you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. Thank you. Now, here's Okongwu. Nothing on the board.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
MP dishes to Williams. Back to MP. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. And the Nets lead by 20.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The Hawks again can't hit.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
That one from long range. MP's got 23.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Daniels finds Rizachet. And here's Young from the arc. Rebounded by the Nets.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
On the wing, Porter. MP outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
So great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Williams. The Hawks making a switch here. .133 left to play here in the half. And stolen by MP. Johnson kicks to MP. On the wing, Porter. Back to MP. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Atlanta's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. The Hawks again can't hit.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Claxton with the bucket.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
And regardless of the big lead, he just doesn't slow down.
Here's Daniels. No scoring in this one. Young outside. Over MP. Atlanta again missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. 18 points from three-point range for him in that quarter. That is some serious shooting. Back to the action in just a minute.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Brooklyn Nets.
It starts with their rebounding. They're controlling the glass. That gives you those extra possessions.
Yeah, they're doing the dirty work, plain and simple.
Okay, let's take a moment now to celebrate our... And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. And it's Porzingis in its center.
And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
Now, here's MP. He has 35. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Young outside, puts up a 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
And here's MP for 3. And the Nets another 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Here's MP. Follow. Connects again from distance.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting man.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. And here is Johnson following the three-pointer by MP. Daniels passes to Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
MP dishes to Porter. Back to MP from downtown. Good, another from three.
It has been raining threes for him tonight, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. Now, MP. After the missed three from Trae Young. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Here's Risache. Still scoreless.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Alexander Walker comes in for Young. .135 left to play in the third. The three from MP. Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Porzingis can't hit.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Daniels with it. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Porzingis. Over Wilson. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
2 points. That one goes. Williams has got 5 now.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Alexander Walker. Still yet to score.
Yeah, if you give Risache a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. MP kicks to Wilson. Back to MP. And again for three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can...
It's been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge, but I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years, but nowadays much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
We've got Demon. Wilson out there with Williams. Then it's MP. And it's Clowney in at the... Good! Another from three.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the second most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good as you'll ever see from long range. Hits it again. Wow.
A 60-piece goodness. And it's not his first of the season.
Well, he is tied for the fourth most 60-point games during a single season. Just incredible. Young against MP. And stolen by MP. There's the triple. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Young for three. They get it again.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a three of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
A three from MP. And the Nets, another three.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young play.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with. What a weapon for a coach to have.
Another bucket. Wow.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what...
And again for three.
He's scorching hot. Another three.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's too little, too late at this point, but at least they have something to build on going forward.
Outside Williams. MP deciding where to go with it. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Johnson. Lays it up off the glass.
And the shot selection has been great, but the volume isn't where it needs to be.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And again!
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Good, that's another bucket.
And that ties into third all-time scoring for a single game. What an incredible performance.
Absolutely. A game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show.
And 78 points tying Wilt Chamberlain's big night back in '61. Up next, Kobe Bryant's 81 from 2006.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Now let's go to Jennifer
Most players go out of their way to avoid saying something that might motivate.
Yes, some of the guys were giving me grief after we won, saying I had to run suicides if we lost. But if you could have seen them after we left the locker room for warm-ups, whew. I mean, it was obvious. They took my words to heart, exactly how I hoped. I was confident in them, and they trusted me. We came in unified. You can't beat that.
Yeah, I can't beat that. Thank you so much, Rafi. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Jennifer, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Tim Legler.